this is Roshan Sarodi. Roshan, can you see the timer?
Yes.
Do you wish to record?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Our third speaker is Roshan Sarodi. Roshan Sarodi, rich dad, rich uncle. Rich dad, rich uncle, Roshan Sarodi.
What is richness? We know rich means wealthy, but there is another dictionary meaning of rich that means abundant. Contest chair and fellow rich member. My dad and my uncle are heroes in my life. I call both rich for different reasons. I learn from them how to live a happy and meaningful life. My dad is 77-year-old now and he lives in India. In his 20s, he quit his job. He was the first one in our family to start the business. In my school vacation, I helped him in the business. My uncle passed away 3 years ago, but I still remember him. He was a high school teacher. He was 2 years older than my dad. He also quit his job in his 20s. He started high school in village in India. I am going to compare my dad and my uncle on 3 parameters. First is wealth, health, and relationship. My dad established business successfully. He invested in real estate. He got foreign trips as an incentive. He had few cars and a driver. He traveled to Singapore, Europe, and United States, and he sent other relatives to foreign tours also. My dad was a hard worker and energetic person, but in his 50s, he had some digestion problem. He used to throw up food after lunch and dinner sometimes. Because of his busy life, he could not find the solution for that. In his 60s, he got stroke in which half of his body was paralyzed. My dad worked 7 days a week. My mother complained that my dad didn't care for her. Sometimes she felt helpless and she cried. No one listens to me. On the other hand, my uncle encouraged his wife for further education. She was a school principal. My uncle had written many letters to his friend and to me. He was a good communicator. He was a good listener. My uncle gave priority to health. Every day he did yoga. Everyday prayer was his part of routine. In his 60s, he sometimes got sick, but he did intermittent fasting and juice diet, and he cured his diseases without any medicine. His dream was not to die in the hospital because of any disease. And one morning he passed at his home peacefully. My uncle never owned a car in his life. He had enough money through his job. I want to call my uncle rich because he had abundant knowledge of how to live a healthy life and how to maintain a good relationship. I want to call my dad rich because he took many risks in life to build a successful business. He encouraged me for further education. He helped his 3 sisters and 5 brothers financially. After all, he did all for the family. But didn't my dad know the importance of health and good relationship? He knew it, but he couldn't prioritize like my uncle. Today, in everyone's life, wealth, health, and relationship are very important. Wealth is required for material things and to live a day-to-day life. Do you know what is the number one reason for bankruptcy in United States? It's medical expenses. So mental and physical health is important. Relationships are important because human being is a social animal. We need to respect each other and listen to each other. 10 years ago, I was mainly focused on money. I was in the network marketing business. I used to go to marketing seminars, and my dream was to become rich, and I used to shout, I want to become platinum, I want to become diamond, but I didn't become rich. I felt I felt very stressful. Thanks to my rich uncle and my rich dad, by giving a new definition of rich, ladies and gentlemen, many philosophers have told us life is abundant. Let us become rich in health, wealth, and communication to become to live a meaningful and happy life. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Roshan. Madam Timer, may we have 2 minutes